Starting in the 1970s, it was illegal to do a backflip in ice skating, but in 2024, figure skating's world governing body changed their stance and unbanned it. So I'm going to tell you why it was originally banned and why they've unbanned it. So the first person to legally perform a backflip in competition was Terry Kubicka from the US at the 1976 Winter Olympics. Now this was bold, it was groundbreaking, but it didn't exactly help him. You see, he finished in 7th place. So later that year at the World Championships, he did it again, and he only placed 6th. So people started to ask him if he thought it was affecting his scores, and he said he didn't really think the judges knew how to judge it. Well, he got his answer only a few months later, because ice skating's world governing body, the International Skating Union, or the ISU, passed Rule 610. This rule officially banned somersault-type jumps in competition. Basically, no more backflips. So why was it banned? Well, first, they said it was a safety risk. You see, skaters don't wear helmets, they have no protective gear, and a bad landing could lead to a pretty serious head injury. Second, some officials argued that the skating community didn't want figure skating to turn into gymnastics on ice. And as backflips were seen as flashy tricks, not as artistic or technical elements that typically would fit into the sport's traditional standards, they didn't like it. Third, there was the issue of the ice. You see, a hard landing from a backflip could create divots in the surface, which could make it harder for the next skater to go on to compete or cause delays if the ice needed to be repaired. And finally, the technical reason. You see, in figure skating, all jumps are supposed to be landed on one foot and on a backward edge. And if you look at Kubicka's backflip, he lands on 2 feet, so the judges argued that skaters couldn't successfully land it on 1 foot and do so safely. So the backflip disappeared from competitive skating for more than 20 years. That was until 1998 Winter Olympics in Nagano, Japan. French skater Surya Bonaly stepped on the ice for her free skate routine, and her routine was packed with these big triple spin combos, but the problem was she wasn't at her best. You see, she had torn her Achilles tendon the previous season, and she wasn't fully recovered, and it showed because less than 40 seconds into her routine, she fell. And at that point, she knew she had no chance of medaling, and so because it was her final Olympics, she decided to go out in style. 3 minutes and 28 seconds into her routine, she did a backflip. But here's the twist. Unlike Terry Kubicka, she landed on 1 foot. You see, Surya's backflip proved 2 things. 1, it could be landed safely on 1 foot, and 2, it could even be part of a sequence of jumps, blending technical skill with artistry. But despite all that, ISU refused to lift the ban, and the backflip stayed illegal for the next 25 years in competition. But not everywhere. You see, it started to pick up and get very popular at ice shows and exhibition skating. These are things like Disney on Ice. These skaters mastered the move. They proved that it could be done safely and consistently for over 25 years. It was just never done in competition since. That was until 2024. You see, at the 2024 European Championships, French skater Adam Siao Him Fa performed a backflip during his routine. Yes, he did get a 2-point deduction, but he still won gold by over 20 points. He then did it again at the 2024 World Championships and placed 3rd. Now here's where things get interesting. You see, at that 2024 World Championship, the guy's job, who was to penalize Siao Him Fa for his backflip, none other than Terry Kubicka, the man who first pioneered it back in 1976. Now, the timing of this gets even more interesting because the ISU chairperson who originally banned the backflip back in 1977, Sonia Bianchetti, it was her son Fabio who held that exact same position in 2024. So in June 2024, at ISU's annual meeting, Fabio Bianchetti submitted a proposal to undo what his mom did and remove backflip from the restricted list. And he stated the reason, quote, "Somersault type jumps are very spectacular and it's no longer logical to keep them illegal." Well, the proposal passed, and starting in the 2024-2025 season, backflips and other somersault type jumps are officially allowed in competitive figure skating. Now, I've covered a lot of band techniques over the years. I've covered the somersault long jump, cartwheel shot put, spinning javelin, the dead loop in gymnastics, and there's even foot fencing in taekwondo, but this one feels different. The backflip journey proves one thing, that innovation might be met with resistance originally, but great ideas never truly disappear. So, which band technique do you think deserves a comeback? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, I'm John from Jumpers Junction. Thanks for watching.